Hi friends, this is Inessa and I'm here for Bell Blvd with a process video of how I made my fireworks and freedom layout. So I used the collection and just love all the embellishment pieces in it. But first things first, wanted to create a mixed media background, which you see me doing here. I really just used that color theory ink and Poppy to do some watercoloring with my paintbrush freehand, and then I used the same ink to stencil these circle patterns on my background, and I think that stencil is from Vicky Boutin. And once everything's is dry and ready, then I went to work with layering different pieces of the pattern paper. So I really loved the striped one, decided to do some torn edges as my background for the photo, and I decided to mat the photo on the white cardstock that you have here. It's 4x4 sized. So you can definitely use persnickety prints to get that printed out for you. Alternatively, you can also just print a 4x6 photo and cut off to 4x4. So really up to you, but I love the quality of persnickety as well. So once I adhered down my paper, I just add a little bit more dimension to the torn edges to give it some extra oomph, and then just added a couple more torn pieces of paper right below to again give it some extra, you know. And the rest of it is really playing around with all the different ephemera pieces. I used bits from the words pack as well as the icons pack, and then some of the chow chip, I think mostly the title and the stars. Really, the layout comes together pretty quick. I think, you know, just playing around with the placement of what you want to do here. At first I was going to use the America title, that's the acrylic word, but changed my mind and decided to do the July 4th parade. And you'll see me here playing around with the placement, and I'll be back to tell you a little bit more. Okay, so with the stars placed, I wanted to add my number 4 to the star to finish off the title. So I just ended up putting the number 4. Couldn't spell out fourth, but I think it looks just fine there. And then in terms of adhering everything down, I used a combination of liquid adhesive as well as dimensional foam dots, strips, whatever you have. I usually have a mix of different thicknesses for my foam because I do love to play around with the dimension, and I think it just gives it a little bit of extra something. So I decided to add some stripes of pattern paper on the left and right hand side. First, cut off about 1/2 inch from each side, and then you can add the pattern paper right behind that white cardstock. I cut about 1 inch from each of those. You can add your adhesive or tear tape on one side, and that is where you will place your pattern paper right on top of. I love using my mat. You see this black gray mat. Because of the ruler, it just makes it a lot easier to make sure things are straight. and I used that as my my helper to make sure that everything was adhered to still have a 12 by 12. And then on the top right corner, I decided finally to add that little banner that I fussy cut from the borders paper as well. I had played around with the little banner pieces from the icons and the ephemera words, I think, but decided they kind of didn't, on their own, did not look the way I wanted it to. So using the cutout was perfect. Plus, I made my own, again, using one of the border strips, and then popped it up with my little foam tape to, again, give it that little bit of dimension. So thank you for watching. I hope you found some useful tips and tricks, and we'll give this layout a try. You can definitely make this for any occasion. It doesn't have to be 4th of July. I think you can use the same concepts really for anything. And for more content, follow me at Paper and Bling, and make sure you check out the Bell Blvd blog post for all the links to the cut files, as well as additional instruction and information on how the page came together. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.